This is Super Nintendo World.
No, I wanted to save that one for the last.
Okay, we're gonna skip that one.
That's the best part.
Okay, stop. We're gonna skip that one. We're gonna go to now Dark Universe.
Oh, I loved Dark Universe.
You know, I hate to say this. I thought this was gonna be my favorite because I am a horror fanatic, and unfortunately, this is probably the least favorite.
No, it's not my least favorite. I did have better hopes for it, but maybe we can explain why. The roller coaster, the werewolf it's fun, very fun, family fun. And it was exciting. It kind of remind me of the water one, the tube that kind of goes up and down. If you ever did you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it goes up, right? So it's fun. It's family fun.
It's not too gory. It's not Halloween Horror Nights.
The queue for that one is not fun at all, but it is. I love it.
No, I disagree with you on that one.
But I like all the tarot cards and
no. But you're talking about so what she's talking about. So let's explain.
I'm talking about the werewolf roller coaster. That's all I have gotten to. Yeah.
Okay, so the werewolf roller coaster, the queue is not the most impressive. No. It did have a tarot card gypsy feel to it,
which I love. Because I swear
She's definitely a gypsy, and she's still one. But I will say this: the queue for the castle for the experiment, phenomenal. I thought it was great.
So there's another one that's like Frankenstein's house, where like Igor brings you through the rides, the ride, and then that house. The details. Yeah. First of all, the queue, once again.
It's a Monsters Unchained.
It is probably the longest queue we've ever walked through. It's pretty ginormous because you're walking outside, then you're going through the bottom part of the house, then you're going up like a royal staircase, and then you're going through his different labs, the library, and it's amazing. And remember, it's all the monsters, not just Frankenstein. So you get to see like Dracula. Yeah. There's all sorts of like other ones. Which ones were they? Were
it was the mummy. I mean, the whole basic principle is controlling Dracula, but you do see Phantom of the Opera. You see the mummy. You see the creature from the Blue Lagoon, the werewolf. So you see all of them. It's Monsters Unchained. But what's cool is that if while you're walking in the queue, listen closely to the audio and look at the notes that you see around, because that basically gives you like a story. It's a part of the story. So
before you get on the ride.
It's not just you're waiting. You're actually learning about the story and the back end of it, which I find pretty phenomenal. So that was pretty. It was
and just beautiful, just very well done.
Yeah.
The ride was great. It is kind of like how Harry Potter is.
Yeah.
The one that's in islands. So it has the screen and stuff like that. So I will tell you.
And animatronics.
Animatronics were the best I've ever seen. I mean, stunning. But I guess that's really it. The world itself is beautiful, and they did a good job. I just feel like it's lacking something. I feel like they just shoved all the monsters in one ride. I think they could have done a separate ride for like Dracula, or done something a little bit different, because I feel like that was all it had to offer. Now, we did eat at the Das Steakhouse.
The Das Steakhouse.
And it was delicious. I have to say, the food that we had in this park, everywhere we ate, was fabulous. So the meat was great. I would never normally order meatloaf. Everybody kept saying to order it.
It's called the bits and pieces.
It was delicious.
What?
Yeah, it was very good. The beer was really good. They have amazing IPAs. They have everything.
Yeah, which is cool because in this one, it's the Burning Blade Tavern. In a Dark Universe, where it's pretty cool, like the actual blades,
like a windmill
of the windmill, go on fire every few minutes, which you'll see the footage here.
The bar, super cool. Everyone's ready to take a picture. Like we asked to take a picture with the bartender, and she pulled out an axe. It's just really interactive. The drinks were amazing. I had like this ginger. And it was it was a gin. It was like a gin with bitters. I would normally have never ordered it. It was delicious. Yeah. And you can actually not just go inside the bar. You can actually go outside, like a little. Yeah, like a little outside. Like what we call a ventanita, the Cubans, like the little window. You could do the window on the outside and then continue with your drink. But the food there was amazing. And aside from here's the thing. So I think this one is the second least amount of attractions. So I think Super Mario Brothers, How to Train Your Dragon, compared to the other two main portal worlds, this one only has two main attractions.
The other attractions that it has is like a makeup.
You could do makeup. They have a meet and greet to Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's called the Darkmoor Monster Makeup Experience. That's pretty cool, and they have a variety of different makeups. And in the meet and greet with the different monsters, we were lucky enough to meet Frankenstein and the Bride, and I'm not gonna lie, he was hitting on you, babe. He was hitting.
He wanted to know if he was my family or friends.
Are we friends? I'm like, yo, you better step off. He never met like a Cuban husband, all right? Because I don't know, like, he better step off. Well, whatever. There's footage of this too. You could see that right, on our like now. But if you're listening, check our YouTube out. But yes, we did that. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. But I have to say, walking in, it is done really well done, and the outside of that, the attraction was the castle, the house, the mansion was just stunning.
I just think, to your point, they have so much rich IP. You have all these iconic characters, and I felt, and then you crammed them into 2 rides, right? Yeah. And one of the rides is just strictly for one character, which is a werewolf,
right? Like,
which you don't experience.
So we could have left the house like Frankenstein, like him being.
Like, I would have had like a little pond, and then maybe have an interactive thing there with the creature of the Blue Lagoon.
But I mean, who knows? This is also the initial peek, so maybe there's more, and we're missing something. So. Who knows?
I did my research. It's not where I'm missing. Okay, so let's do our ratings.
Okay. I love the park. I would have to give it like a 4.
Like overall?
Yeah, like a 4. I liked it.
I gave it a 4. I gave it a 4. But I think the food, I think everything is pretty much like a 4 for me in this land. The queue,
I think I did the same
the attraction, and the food.
I think I did the same thing, 4, right? Yeah. Didn't I?
So Dark Universe, check it out. And by the way, just one little thing I wanted to talk about. The fun fact of that is this is IP owned by Universal, so they own the classic horror films, which I love. As a horror fan, I love that the Dracula that they use is inspired by the Bela Lugosi, and the old Frankenstein from she's alive. That guy, amazing. So if you're a horror fan, check it out. You'll love it.
I loved it.